tell them about the village.
About the village?
Yeah.
No, you're not really.
Yeah, we are, yeah. They want to know if there are any women here who are very athletic and got long legs.
Oh, yes.
There she is.
And how many times you've got to throw the keys into the pot at the weekend?
This is one of the ladies who does partake in the wife swapping. They call her Mad Sue.
I'm not.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, we can always get the dog involved as well.
Unfortunately, your husband is very ugly.
I'm big.
Some years ago, we had a very nasty, I don't think you could call it an accident. We had a fatality, which happened, which was a murder in Fordraft Lane.
Yeah, well, I've been here about 10 years on and off. Nice village to live in. Amy's been here longer.
Yeah, I've been here 17 years. Very nice village.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
You actually got married, didn't you?
Yeah. We actually had the reception here in the pub here, just here.
A bit expensive, but very enjoyable.
Yeah, beer, plenty of beer, plenty of guests here. It was good fun.
Yeah, nice village to live in.
It's not a very open community here. Quite cliquey in places.
Much better than where we used to live.
No, it's not much better. It's got a little Eden anyway. It's lovely.
He built it and stuck a chimney up there now, which wasn't on the original plans, which of course has caused a great deal of controversy.
Not only is it a happy and safe place to live because of personal safety, but in fact crime is low. And you know, considering we're detached houses and quite a few people are out in the day, people do keep an eye out for each other though in that respect.
He called me a fucking troublemaker.
Hello!
But following that, as I say, the discovery's £1,000 worth of scratches. Not just the key thing along. Someone's really been malicious and gone up the back door. I can't say that it's them. But we don't have this sort of thing in Tiverton.
It was one Sunday morning, and the villagers didn't know what was going on. All we knew that was loads and loads of police officers, and a particular house in Fordraft Lane was guarded all day long, until the evening time when we did find out that there'd been a murder.
There's very little crime in the village. The worst you get is when there's a funeral, you get a couple of burglaries, but that's all.
That's probably because it's advertised, I would think.
Nothing else. Any case, they get shot if they...
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
I came as a teacher, little village school here, and then when I'd been here about half a dozen years, I became the head. So in fact, from '86 up until my retirement in 2008, I was the head teacher of the little village school here.
Is this being recorded? Because I don't know whether I want to talk about that or not.
Why?
Oh, well, because my wife was responsible for removing Mrs. Gretland.
It's quite hard. Like I can hear them, so I don't go out the front of the house. That's why I don't go to the front door, because you know, you go out there, you see them, they call out to you. Although very, very quickly, you know, you aren't who you were.
Because Dad James had got issues with reading, and she wouldn't have it. She could teach anybody to read, and he never went back to school again.
So you sort of feel when I left there, an awful lot of history came with me. Probably a good thing to shelve here.
We've got really excellent neighbours. Absolutely brilliant. We have parties and things, and everybody goes, yeah.
Well, us personally, we'd probably like a few more wife swapping parties. You can't have it all in the village.
I think the post office could open a few more hours longer, and I think have a slightly different, sell different things that might help the community, I think.
Like food.
He was a sick man. He was a businessman, but he became very sick because he lost his business and obviously had a very bad nervous breakdown, which he was in Newtown Hospital. But he did used to get out of there, come back home across the fields, and I think this is why he ended up murdering Thelma, because he was so jealous of her.
But when you come to a village, you have to accept you're not going to have everything that you have in a city, but what you have got is the intimacy that perhaps you don't get when you're in a town, and certainly not in a city.
We love Tiverton as a village. We think tremendous community which you have to join in.
Everybody knows everybody, and by that I don't mean that they know you and they know your business and it's a lot of talking, but they know you and they care about you. People know if you've got a problem, people are there for you, they'll come and help you. Your neighbours, you keep an eye out for them. You might go and sweep their drive in the winter for them when it's covered in snow. And of course, you reap what you sow. You look after people and they care about you.
He did his time in Winston Green, but he wasn't in there not much longer than 12 months because he did choke on a chicken bone.